we have some huge upgrades happening to the van this week. Lance has already started on them. Show, come. You might be wondering where this beautiful and very humble couple came from. Back in 2019, we spent the year building out our schoolie. After the build was done, we sold our house and traveled for a full year. Following that year of travel, we started to crave building again and getting something 4x4.
The boxes of doom.
I could probably fit in one of these boxes.
Maybe.
My casket. You're just practicing for my casket.
10 inches tall. Actually, it's 9.5 inches tall, like 11 inches wide. And right now they're actually just press fit together. So that's how I made them. You can see I cut in here, then cut a slot down at the bottom and a slot down at the bottom. And so these just fit in, and then we'll just glue. And because these are going to hold so much weight, we're actually going to throw some screws into the side just in case.
And those are going here. So those are 2 long ones for the sides, and then he already has these ones cut out, well, half of it. And then we're going to have a big bottom one, somewhat of a thick one on the top in the middle. But that means the bed's getting built, guys. Wire tank's in.
Well, you need to add some strapping to hold it down. Batteries are in. Everything's welded minus these 2 welds that I forgot about. And we have some super heavy duty sliders. Yeah. You want to show them the hinges?
Yeah, let's do it. We got these forever ago from eBay.
There we go.
And they were a lot cheaper.
They've been sitting down there for like a year now. Feel like it. And then here's the hinge. So they're locking. They have this little handle so they can't come out. And then you pull down and then they slide all the way out. So they're full extension, meaning they extend fully past the how deep they are. Okay. And they lock out too, which is cool.
Yeah.
Slide them back in.
Which is especially important when you're in a van or a bus or any vehicle, because you're not always going to be on a flat surface.
Yeah.
So if it didn't lock open.
So if we're on like a downwards hill and you like pull it open and then it just slides back when you're trying to grab something, it'd be a bummer.
Okay, come. I'll show you what I did.
Allie's turn.
Allie's turn. So I felt like I was a cake maker a few days ago, because this is just dead space, and honestly we don't have the time and we don't really care to make this storage because it's not going to function well anyway. So there's 3 layers of foam there. Might as well insulate the most. And I'm actually going to work on insulating the bed and all that stuff today. And I also got, you saw the kitchen area. Oh, I made these walls. That one needs fit and screwed up. Because even though like most of this is going to be drawers, you don't want to see the insulation. That's just bad building. And then I also made cabinets up here. And we're slowly just adding pieces and pieces together. And now today I'm going to prep the bed area so all of Lance's beautiful woodworking can go into it. Which means rust prevention, insulation. A little while ago, I hurt my nose really bad, and we didn't know if it was actually broken or not because it was swollen for a while, but it's definitely broken now. I can feel the indent of the bone. And I actually had a dream last night, babe, where I looked through my nostril, and my nostrils were huge, and I could see the bend in it. And I think that's just because my mind can see.
Ooh, gross.
But I can barely breathe out. Like, I can breathe, but a lot worse out of that nostril. So now I get free nails job.
Just what you needed. So we dry fit everything. So in theory, this joint here, not in theory, in practice, I've done it before, where you just do this joint with only glue, holds like a tree. In the bus, all of the cabinets were like that. So if you're doing cabinetry type deal, like this stuff, this could be a good option for you.
The van is shining. If you've seen Moana, you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, fully sound deadened. Our entire floor is sound deadened, and then we're also putting some on the walls. I think I actually used the last sheet we have though. And now it's time to insulate the shit out of this.
Allie can edit our videos now.
My computer just got fixed. But by the time you see this video, it'll probably be a few weeks from the time that my computer was broken. This is the last drawer for the bed. That's pretty insane. Look at that
I
stack.
think this one's actually that bottom.
My insulation station. So now the floor is insulated a bit, and it kind of has a little groove there, but it's insulated now, which is important.
So this is the whole, basically our entire bed build was designed around these drawers, and I think we've said it in the past, but now you can really see. This is actually for like future stuff. That would have been nice, but I just wanted to make it, so I did. It's called a sliding table saw jiggy thing. So basically you can put a piece here and then slide it forward and cut. That's
Shove
cool.
First big drawer is in. He had to do a ton of fitting work. You can kind of see where he had to cut to make it fit through the hinges because he was like a little less than
Well, these
1/4
turned out
inch
to
off.
be 1 5/8 with both of the hinges together, and I thought they were only 1.5 inches. So I had to basically push it together.
But now it's in.
Now
Is
it's
it
in.
screwed in?
Yeah,
Will you pull it out?
yeah.
I haven't seen this come out yet.
I got a bunch of metal shavings in the hinges, so I need to clean them out so it doesn't really slide very smoothly right now.
But that is so sweet.
Yeah, it's a lot of space. Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking about maybe one of these making a lid for rather than that center one. Mm-hmm. So that way this could just be a really long, like, workbench almost. And it's such a good height. As far
Might
as
be
the
better
workbench
too.
goes.
That way, you're not like pressed up against the door.
Right, yeah, if we have one here.
Let them see how big it is compared to me because I'm a lot smaller, so it looks bigger. You can see the size. I truly think that I might be able to fit in here like a coffin. We could hide dead bodies in here.
Yay! How fun.
It's a tight fit there, huh, babe?
Real nice. Real good fit. So we go like that. Then I take this countersink bit we have.
Damn, that roof looks good. It's insane how beautiful it looks, especially with that like front storage compartment.
Can you push in that slide?
Yeah.
Click.
Clack.
It is one with the metal. Check out what I'm sitting on. A ton of storage. We have drawers galore. These drawers are locking. I think we've showed you those, but they're all in. And man, these were a challenge. The tight space, putting them into metal, frick, it was a lot of work. My poor measurements making me need to mill this wood down didn't help, but we got it there. And I'm very happy for those. We're gonna actually end up needing to take them all out because these need to get painted and these all need to get painted. These ones aren't bad because they detach, but these ones I have to slide them out and then unscrew them while they're still attached. That's what made them so difficult, is you can't like separate them like normal drawers. Going on to Lagun. This is brand name Lagun, and basically I think you see these in boats a lot. You can mount them against something and they swivel, and the top swivels and picks up and down, and they kind of just move all around, like very gyroscopic. So the plan is, right in between these drawers there's a bit of space. I'm actually going to need to notch out a drawer because of this handle, but the idea is we'll put it here so you can slide it up and have a table, and then whenever you're done, because part of living in a van, especially converting a bed, we think is going to suck. So we want it as easy as possible. So at the end of the day, you can reach down, click it, loosen this handle and just slide the table down.
So this is gonna be the dog food drawer. That way we don't have to go all the way outside to get dog food every morning. And we're hoping to fit 2 bags of dog food. in there because they go through that like every month, and it's actually really hard to travel and feed dogs because sometimes some places will have not your dog food, and switching dogs dog food, it gets stinky. So hopefully that'll fit 2 bags.
A bunch of air running this morning. We got metal, we got walnut for our table, we got more plywood, a nice expensive day. I'm mounting up our Max Tracks here. Well, they're just like traction boards, cheap ones. These are gonna go on the side of the van under our pop out. And then on the other side, we will be mounting our gas can thingy. This one's gonna be big and full of diesel, and then we have a smaller one that will be full of gas for our generator. These ones will lock up, and then these ones we'll probably just throw like a padlock type deal through them.
And so Max Tracks on this side, and then the gas tanks are going to be going on this side. I also don't think we showed you our fancy expensive trash bag. We got a trasharoo.
And this is like cooling fluid on here. Cool it, lubricant. A friend of mine sent that to me. Learn after drilling a lot of things that you don't want to drill very fast. You want to kind of go slow with a good amount of pressure. Look at those nice swirlies. We got our Muddy Max Tracks mounted up. These are the cheapest version we could find online, actually. From experience, they always crack and always break, so I buy the cheapest ones.
We've actually used the shit out of these, and we've had multiple friends' buses
we've used these on
them.
buses, too, so
Yeah.
like 18,000 pounds on
Frankly,
these.
I'm pretty proud with how they've held
Yeah.
up. It doesn't touch the van at all, which
Yeah,
is
I like
perfect.
that. That way it doesn't scratch our paint up at all.
Or make noise while we're driving.
We had that piece of flat bar inside that the bed's welded to, and this is actually bolted to that flat bar in the bed, so the whole bed frame is holding this on. We're not just relying on the thin sheet
Which
metal.
for the Max Trucks doesn't matter as much, but the gas tanks, that will matter.
These
for
aren't
sure.
too heavy, but the gas tanks will definitely matter.
Try again?
Good?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Good job.
Hand me one of those and that. The screw things in. And then the plate.
Will you stand back for a sec?
Let me tighten this on first. Yeah, nice. I see. We went to the wrong line. Or was this the one where we had to... I think this might have been... We needed to flip this upside down. I'm not an idiot.
Oh, it's good!
So another really cool thing about these little guys is these holes here, there's actually like just a tumble lock that just goes in there. Now you can't turn it. And I mean, I'm sure this lock's not that secure, but when there's 2 on each of them, it's gonna, like, why even mess with it, you know? Okay. Here's a biscuit joiner, and I'll show you some biscuits. So these are number 10 biscuits. And why that's important is because on a biscuit joiner, there'll be a little wheel that's like number 20, number 10, and that adjusts the depth of it. Basically, there's a saw blade in here, and once you push down, see how the blade comes out? There's a red mark here, and we're gonna just line that up to our pencil marks and cut it in, and this does have a little bit of slop. I always test cut on like a scrap piece of wood to make sure the height's set correct and all that stuff, no matter what I'm cutting really. And you can see how there's some give in here. So that way, if you're not exactly perfect, it's still going to be just fine. So what we'll do is cut all these in, and this will make this table much stronger because now you're having a surface area inside That's glued as well as this edge, and it'll keep it from warping up and down. We'll glue these biscuits in, as well as run glue here, but then we can click it in just like that.
To both of the bins from the inside actually, and the table is up.
Yep, made the executive decision. I think that's kind of nice.
I think the table looks so good.
Yeah, I still need to cut the edges and then put the chamfer, but looks sweet.